October 12, 2020. At exactly 3:06 a.m., a voice was captured inside a hospital corridor that should have been completely empty. The recording lasted 1 minute and 42 seconds. It began with footsteps. Slow. Measured. Moving across the polished floor of the hospital's fourth-floor wing. Then something else appeared on the audio. A voice.
Okay, supplies for
Quiet.
room 405.
Close to the phone's microphone.
Always
But according
quiet
to the
tonight.
hospital's records, no one was supposed to be there. The hospital was Riverside Medical Center, a regional facility located just outside Milwaukee. 4 main patient floors. 2 surgical wings. And a staff that worked through the night to maintain emergency care. But the 4th floor west wing had been closed for several months. The hospital had temporarily shut it down during renovation planning. No patients admitted. No nurses assigned. No overnight activity scheduled. The hallway lights remained on. But the rooms were empty. On October 12, however, a single nurse was temporarily assigned to pass through that area. Her name was Emily Carter. 31 years old. Registered nurse. 6 years of experience in overnight hospital shifts. Emily was known among staff as calm and methodical. Night shifts were routine for her. The hospital at night followed a predictable rhythm. Quiet corridors. Distant monitor alarms. Occasional footsteps from staff moving between floors. But certain wings of the hospital remained completely unused. The 4th floor west wing was one of them. Emily's task that night was simple. Retrieve a supply cart that had been stored temporarily near the closed wing during earlier maintenance work. At approximately 2:55 a.m., Emily rode the elevator to the 4th floor. Security cameras later confirmed her arrival. She exited the elevator alone. The hallway outside the elevator lobby appeared normal. Soft fluorescent lighting. White tile floors reflecting the lights above. Closed patient room doors on both sides of the corridor. But the further she walked toward the west wing, the quieter the building became. That area of the hospital had no active patient monitors. No nurse stations. No overnight staff. Just a long hallway of empty rooms. At 3:04 a.m., Emily entered the west corridor. Before continuing, she did something that would later become critical to the investigation. She activated the voice recorder on her phone. Nurses sometimes did this during late-night supply checks. It allowed them to dictate notes or reminders while working alone. Emily placed the phone in the pocket of her scrub top and began walking down the corridor. The recording started immediately. The first several seconds captured normal hospital sounds. Footsteps. The faint hum of ventilation. The squeak of a supply cart wheel. At 3:06 a.m., something changed. Emily stopped walking. Later she told investigators she had heard something ahead of her.
I heard it again.
Footsteps. But not her own. A second set. Moving slowly somewhere deeper inside the corridor. The recording captured the moment clearly. Emily's footsteps stopped. But another sound continued. A soft step. Then another. Slow. Deliberate. As if someone was walking toward her from the far end of the hallway. The strange part was this. According to hospital logs, there were no other staff members assigned to that wing. And security cameras showed no one entering the corridor.
That's not normal.
Yet the audio recording continued.
Listen to this.
Emily's
From the
breathing
corridor
grew slightly
last.
heavier as she listened.
What is that sound?
Then she spoke.
It's not normal.
Quietly.
It's getting louder.
Almost a
Play it
whisper.
again.
Hello. For
Something's
several
not
seconds, there was no response.
This
Only
is where
silence.
the recording happened.
Then the recording
The hallway
captured
was
something
empty
else.
then too?
A voice.
Completely. No one in sight.
Low.
Look at
Indistinct.
the nurse station. The logs.
Only 2 words.
Checked. Nothing unusual.
But the
This is
microphone captured them clearly enough to be heard during
All right,
later playback.
Powering it on now.
The voice said, "You shouldn't."
Signal looks good.
Emily later stated that
Locked
she
in,
immediately turned
we're
around
set.
and left the corridor.
Good. Let's
The
monitor.
recording ended moments later. At first, the incident was treated as a
Test
misunderstanding.
is set.
Hospitals are full of strange
Roger
sounds.
that. Keep eyes on the
Ventilation
card.
systems.
Quiet tonight.
Maintenance
Too
equipment.
quiet.
Distant
Look.
echoes from other floors.
The red light is on.
But the hospital's security office reviewed the recording the following morning. And what they discovered created a far more disturbing question. Because when they checked the surveillance cameras, Emily Carter had indeed walked into the corridor alone. But the hallway cameras showed something unexpected. At exactly 3:06 a.m., Emily stopped walking. She turned slightly toward the far end of the corridor. As if someone had spoken to her. But the hallway behind her, and the hallway ahead of her, remained completely empty. Yet the recording on her phone still contained the footsteps. And the voice. The investigation into the recording began that same afternoon. Because according to the
Playback
hospital's
starting.
building access
Listen.
logs, no one had
Okay,
entered the
here we
fourth
go.
floor west wing that
Hear
entire
that
night.
static?
And the
That's
only
the
person
anomaly.
visible on
It's not
camera
just
was
static,
Emily
it's
Carter,
moving.
walking
What
alone,
is that?
into an empty
whisper.
hospital corridor.
Look, the
October
spikes match
13th,
footsteps in
2020.
the corridor.
By
Yes,
the following
breathing's
morning,
right
the
after
recording
it's
had already
continuous.
spread among the
That's
hospital's
not
night
normal. We
staff.
need to check the logs.
Emily Carter had not
Timestamps
intended for it to
line up.
become a
Something
story.
is in there.
She simply reported what she heard.
Alright.
A set of footsteps in an empty corridor. And a voice that answered when
What
she
is that
spoke.
sound?
But once the audio was reviewed
It's
inside
coming
the
from the
hospital's
east
security
wing.
office, the situation changed quickly.
That's not normal.
The recording was clear. Too clear to
Listen
dismiss.
this. It's from the corridor
Hospital
last
administrators requested the original audio
What is
file
that
directly from
sound?
Emily,'s
It's not
phone.
normal.
It had been recorded
getting
using a standard
louder.
voice memo
Play it
application. The file contained no
night.
edits,
Something's not right.
no cuts, no interruptions.
This is where the recording
One continuous
happened.
recording lasting 1 minute
The
and
hallway
42
was
seconds.
empty then too?
Security
Completely.
technicians copied the
No one
file
in
to the
sight.
hospital's system and
Look
began
at the
analyzing
nurse
the
station.
audio
The
waveform.
logs.
The first 20
Checked.
seconds
Nothing
showed normal
unusual.
hospital
This is
noise,
unsettling.
footsteps, clothing movement, the faint hum of ventilation systems inside the building. At 26 seconds, Emily stopped walking. The waveform changed. A second rhythm of footsteps appeared. Separate from hers. Slower. Heavier. The two patterns overlapped for a moment. Then Emily's steps stopped completely. But the second pattern continued. 3 steps. 4. Then silence. At the 37-second mark, Emily spoke. Hello. The microphone picked up the word clearly. The corridor acoustics produced a faint echo from the tiled floor and walls. 5 seconds passed. Then the voice appeared. 2 words. You shouldn't. The sound lasted less than 1 second. But the waveform confirmed it was not background noise. It contained the same vocal frequencies found in normal human speech. Technicians
What's going
enhanced
on in
the
the
audio several
corridor?
times.
Code in
Each version
progress.
produced the same
Perimeter
result.
breach.
A low
She can
voice.
tell me, Dad.
Male.
Negative.
close to the
Subject
phone.
is moving.
As
Back
if someone
up
had
en
been
route.
standing
I'm
only a few
watching.
feet
Keep
away.
me posted.
Hospital administrators then reviewed the security footage again. The 4th floor west corridor had 2 cameras. One near the elevator lobby. The second halfway down the hallway. Both cameras covered the section where Emily had walked. At 3:05 a.m., the footage showed Emily leaving the elevator. She pushed the supply cart ahead of her and turned into the west wing corridor. No one else appeared on camera. The hallway lights were fully illuminated. All patient room doors were closed. At 3:06 a.m., Emily stopped walking. The moment aligned exactly with the audio recording. She looked toward the far end of the hallway. The footage showed her standing completely still. But the camera showed no one in front of her. And no one behind her. The corridor was empty. After approximately 15 seconds, Emily turned and walked quickly back toward the elevator. The supply cart remained where she had left it. At 3:07 a.m. she entered the elevator and left the floor. No one entered or exited the corridor before or after the event. Security checked the hospital's electronic access system next. Every staff member entering restricted areas of the building used an ID badge. The system logged every access point. Elevators. Stairwells. Maintenance doors. For the entire time period between 2:45 a.m. and 3:30 a.m., only one badge had accessed the 4th floor. Emily Carter's. Maintenance logs also confirmed that the West Wing corridor had no scheduled work that night. No cleaning staff. No maintenance crew. No security patrol assigned. In fact, the entire wing was considered inactive. The hospital had planned to renovate the area later that year. But until construction began, the rooms remained empty. Administrators initially believed the recording might have captured a voice from another floor. Hospitals often carry sound through ventilation shafts. A conversation from one hallway can sometimes echo faintly into another. But when technicians tested the building acoustics, they discovered something unusual. The West Corridor ventilation system had been partially disconnected months earlier during renovation preparation. Air ducts in that section were sealed, meaning outside sound could not easily travel into the corridor. That left one remaining explanation. Someone had been physically present in the hallway with Emily. But the cameras had not recorded them.
See that?
On
Halfway
October
down.
14th, the hospital conducted a
the
controlled
recorder
overnight
is
test.
active.
2 security guards were stationed at the elevator lobby on the 4th floor.
By.
The West
No
Corridor
movement
lights were
yet.
left on.
Watching.
And a portable audio recorder was placed on a supply cart exactly where Emily had stopped walking. The recorder was activated at 2:58 a.m. The guards remained at the elevator entrance where they could see the entire corridor. Nothing moved inside the hallway. At 3:05 a.m., the building remained
Control to
silent.
patrol, corridor
At 3:06
4 clear.
a.m., the audio recorder
Control to
captured
control,
something.
affirmative. All
Footsteps.
Copy
Slow.
that. Cart's still there.
Moving along the
Keep an
tile
eye.
floor deeper inside the corridor.
Will do.
Both security guards later stated they heard nothing. The hallway in front of them appeared completely empty. But the recorder continued capturing the sound. Step. 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 The pattern moved toward the supply cart where the recorder had been placed. Then the steps stopped. 5 seconds later, the recorder captured breathing. Slow. Close to the microphone. But the corridor cameras still showed nothing. No movement. No shadow. No
This is
person.
where the recording happened.
After several seconds, the
hallway
breathing
was
stopped.
empty then too?
The hallway
Completely.
remained
No one
silent.
in sight.
The guards
Look at
walked
the nurse
forward and
station.
retrieved the recorder.
logs.
Check.
They had seen
Nothing
no one
unusual.
enter the
This is
corridor,
unsettling.
and no one leave it.
All right. Powering
When the
it on
audio
now.
file was reviewed the next morning,
Signal
the
looks
footsteps and breathing were clearly
Locked
present.
in. We're set.
But the recording also
Good.
contained something
Let's
else.
monitor.
A second voice. Even quieter than the one captured on Emily's
Test
phone.
is set.
Only
Now we
one
wait.
sentence.
Roger that.
Barely audible.
Keep eyes on the cart.
But after
Quiet
enhancement,
tonight.
the words
Too
could be
quiet.
understood.
Look,
It said, "Go back."
the red light is on.
At that moment, hospital administrators realized the recording might not be an isolated incident. Because when they reviewed older security footage from the closed wing, they found something they had never noticed before. Every night for nearly a week, at exactly 3:06 a.m., someone appeared to stop walking in that hallway. But only one person was ever visible on camera. October 16, 2020. By the end of that week, Riverside Medical Center had already conducted 2 overnight tests inside the 4th floor West Corridor. Both recordings had captured unexplained sounds. Footsteps. Breathing. And a voice. But none of the hallway cameras showed anyone
Playback
present.
starting. Listen.
The hospital administration
Here we
decided
go.
to perform one final
Hear that
controlled
static?
investigation.
That's the
This time the
anomaly.
corridor
It's
would
not
be
just
monitored
static,
continuously.
it's moving.
3
What is
cameras
that?
were positioned along the hallway.
Whisper.
2 security guards
Look,
remained
the spikes
stationed at the
match
elevator
footsteps in
entrance.
the corridor.
And an
Yes,
additional
breathing
audio
is right
recorder
after
was
it
placed directly in the middle of the corridor
That's not
floor.
normal. We need to check the logs.
The lights remained fully on.
Timestamps line
No
up.
one was
Something's
allowed to
in
enter
there.
the West Wing after 2:45 a.m.
All right.
At 2:58 a.m. the equipment was activated. The guards
What is
confirmed the
that
corridor
sound?
was empty. Every patient
Coming
room door
from the
remained
east
closed. No maintenance staff were
That's
scheduled
not
anywhere
normal.
near that part of the building. The hospital floor was silent. At 3:04 a.m., nothing happened. At 3:05 a.m., the cameras showed only the empty hallway. Then the clock reached 3:06. The audio recorder captured the first sound immediately. A step. Clear. Distinct. But the cameras showed nothing moving in the corridor. Another step followed. Then another. The sound pattern was identical to the previous recordings. Slow. Measured. Crossing the hallway floor. The footsteps appeared to move toward the recorder placed in the center of the corridor. The security guards watched the monitors carefully. Neither guard reported hearing anything in real time. But the recorder continued capturing the movement. Step. Step. Then silence. At that moment, both cameras recorded something unusual. One of the overhead lights in the corridor flickered briefly. Just once. The hallway remained otherwise unchanged. But the audio recorder captured breathing again. Slow. Close to the microphone. As if someone were standing directly over it. 5 seconds passed. Then the voice returned. Clearer than before. The recording captured 3 words this time. Turn around. The guards later confirmed that no one had spoken in the hallway. No
Test
one
is
entered the
set.
corridor.
Now we wait.
No one exited.
Roger that.
The
Keep eyes
cameras
on
showed the
target.
same empty floor they had been
Quiet
watching
tonight.
all night.
Too quiet.
After approximately 8 seconds, the
Red
breathing
light is
stopped. The hallway returned to complete silence. The recorder continued running for several minutes. But no additional sounds appeared. The security guards walked forward at 3:08 a.m. and retrieved the device. The corridor remained empty. Every door was closed. The hospital lights remained steady. Nothing appeared out of place. Later that morning, the recording was reviewed inside the security office. The audio confirmed everything the guards had described. Footsteps. Breathing. And the voice. But the camera footage still showed no visible source for any of those sounds. No